Now, dear student, chapter number 6, work, energy, and the power. And today we have the topic for the discussion here, conservation of the mechanical energy and the conservation of the mechanical energy of the freely falling body. Okay, so first we are just discussing the point number 1, that conservation of mechanical energy, and the statement of conservation of mechanical energy. Mm, if only conservative forces if only conservative forces are acting on a body, acting on a body then total mechanical energy total mechanical energy of system remains conserved. remains conserved So we are just assuming that total mechanical energy of the system is the sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy. Okay, so we are just assuming that by use of work energy theorem, force applied on an body produce change in kinetic energy. Change in kinetic energy. So we are just assuming that delta K is equal to F into delta X. That's the first equation we have. And we know the reference of the potential energy. Now potential energy, that is indicating that delta U is equal to minus F delta X. So this is the equation number 2 we have. Now as we are just making the sum of the equation number 1 plus 2, so easily we can say that delta K plus of delta U is equal to that mean F delta X and plus of minus F delta X, that is equal to delta K plus delta U is equal to 0. So this is the one of the general solution we have given. And as we are just making the changes, so we are just getting that delta K is equal to minus of delta U. So this is the equation number 3 we have. And we know the delta K is the change in kinetic energy and the delta U is equal to change in potential energy. So how we are representing them? Now the equation number 4 we have mentioned here, delta K is equal to K final minus K initial, and the delta U is equal to U final minus U initial. So by use of equation number 4 in equation number 3, so we are just substituting the value. So K final minus K initial is equal to, minus sign is there, U final minus U initial. So whenever we are just making the transformation of the term, that means K initial is equal to U initial minus U final, and we are just making the initial term and the final term together. So we are just getting that K initial plus U initial is equal to K final plus U final. So this indicates that the system, the total energy or total mechanical energy of the system before the mechanism is equal to the total energy of the system after the mechanism. Okay, so the equation number that means 5 state that total energy, as per the equation number 5 we are just getting the proof, total energy of system under action of under action of conservative forces remains conserved. So this is the first point we have discussed. Now the conservation of mechanical energy for the freely falling body. Now conservation of mechanical energy of freely falling body. So here we are just assuming the one of the fact that a body which having its mass m. So this is the part of the body that which having its mass m and it's making the movement toward the surface of the earth. Okay. So it coming down from a height h. Okay. So this is the midpoint of the that mean path. The body is reaching there. So this is the position that mean A. This is the position B and this is the position C. And initially we are just assuming that at the particular height the initial velocity is u is equal to 0 and the concern of the weight which acting downward. Okay. So here we are just assuming that from A to B the body is covering the distance x. So in the rest of the part from B to C the height is or the distance which is covered by the object that is called the h minus x. Okay, so this is the one of the representation we have made here and the mass of the body is the m we have. Okay, so here we are just making the assumption of a freely falling body under the action of the gravity. So we have to be calculate the total energy at the different points, that the total energy that comprises the sum of the potential energy as well as the kinetic energy. Okay, so this is the portion we have to be calculate now. Total energy of a body at point A. Okay, so the total energy can be regarded as sum of the kinetic energy plus potential energy. So we are just assuming that the body at the rest, so the kinetic energy mean that no, this is the equation number 1. So whenever we are just asking about the kinetic energy, so we are just assuming that that at the highest point the velocity is the 0. So the kinetic energy will be in the part of the 0 and we can make the assumption of the total energy in the part of the potential energy that is called the mgh. So this is the suggestion we have and we are using the equation number 2 in the equation 1. So total energy at the point A in the part of that 0 plus mgh. So we are just getting that mean total energy at the A in the sense of the potential energy. Okay, so this is the first that mean equation we have regarding to the total energy at the point A. Okay, so this is the one of the basic suggestion we have. Now we want to calculate the energy at the point B. So now it's coming down with the velocity v. Here we have now the object of the mass m is coming down with the velocity v. So what kind of the that mean total energy it has? Okay, so we are just discussing it. Now we are just talking in the sense of the total energy at the B. So we are just using the basic equation that is total energy that is equal to sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy. So we are just representing the meaning of the kinetic energy and we are just using to describe the meaning of the V square. So we are just using the concept of that V square, and so we are using the third equation of the motion, that means V square minus U square is equal to 2g and x. So whatever the kind of the distance it will cover, so that is from A to B, it covers the meaning of the x is there. So we are using at the place of the h, that is x, and the initial velocity is the 0. So we are just assuming that v square minus 0 is equal to 2gx. So at the place of the v square we are just writing the term that m by 2 into v square, that is called the 2gh. Okay, So 2 to 2 cancel, so kinetic energy will be available in the form of that mgh. So this is the portion of the kinetic energy we have discussed here. Now I want to make the concept of the potential energy. So potential energy at the B, so easily we can say that it's a concept of the height we have. So we are just using mg h minus of x. Okay, so whenever we are multiplying it, so it comes that mgh minus mgx. Okay, here I have made the mistake that it comes the near, that mean x. So here we are just also getting the meaning of the x. So kinetic energy in the part of that mgx we have. Okay, now we are just putting the value of the potential energy, that is mgh minus mgx, in the equation number, that means total energy. So this is the suppose equation number 4 we have, this is the equation number 5, and this is the equation number 6. Now we are using the equation number 5 and the 6 in the equation number 4. So the total energy at the B can be state that kinetic energy, that is called the mgx, and the potential energy mgh minus of mgx. Okay, so this is the mgx to mgx can cancel, so total energy at the point B, that is called the mgh. So this is the portion we have to be consider here, that the total energy at the point B here. Now we are just making the consideration that total energy at point C. Okay, so here we are just using the basic concept of the diagram. So the body of the mass m is coming down and covering the distance from A to C, that in the part of the h. So we are just using the basic conceptual formula, total energy, that similar the sum of the kinetic energy and the part of the potential energy. Okay, so this is the equation number that I want to mention here, that is called the equation number, this is the 7 we have. So this is the general equation, that is equation number 8 we have. Now as I am just making the assessment of the kinetic energy, so I have to be use the concept that half mv square. Okay, and the v square is in part of the suggestion, that m by 2, and the v square minus u square is equal to 2gs. So at the place of the v square, that I can write easily that is 2gh. Okay, so this is the portion we have. So kinetic energy will be available in the part of the mgh we have. Now if I am just talking in the sense of the potential energy, so I am just using that mgh, and the h having its concept 0, so the potential energy will be 0 at the surface. Okay, so we are just using the equation number 9 and the equation number 8. So easily we can make the concept of the total energy at the point C is there. So kinetic energy will be available in the part of the potential energy, that means mgh, and the potential energy having its own meaning, that is 0. So at the 3 points we have discussed the total energy, that is in the part of the mgh. So we can say that the total energy of a free falling body remains conserved. Okay, so this is the one of the basic suggestion we have. If at A, B and C total energy is in the form of mgh, so we can say total energy remains conserved. Total energy remains conserved. So this is the part of the situation we have. At the 3 places we have discussed the total energy of the system remains conserved. So this is the portion we have, which we have discussed here in this scenario. Okay,